believers. Welcome once again to the Professional Casual Network presents. Wait, did I roll a wild? A Marvel Crisis Protocol Poe vlog. I, of course, am the guy who sits in this chair. I'm Big Chuck. And I'm joined once again by the editor-in-chief, CEO, Supreme Ruler, Reptilian Overlord of the Professional Casual Network. The guy who has had too much candy today.
I had a lot.
Yeah.
My tummy hurts.
Yeah. It's Tim. And we're joined by the whole reason why you're freaking here. The majestic one herself. The Asterix. Undefeated Esquire.
Oof.
I said Asterix.
No, I know. It's just
Here's the thing.
the Esquire,
Hurts.
Yeah.
She took the title from you.
Yeah.
I always had
I can't keep
fun.
my pants up anymore.
If you're really having fun, you never lose.
Oh, that's fair.
So that's how I look at it.
Danny's here.
Hi.
Yo, girl. What's your name?
Hi. You just said it. It's Danny.
Oh. All right. Well, I'm not going to talk to you or buy you a drink. Be rude about it.
Fine.
Guys, we got a lot to talk about, kind of.
Yeah.
Tonight, I'm excited. Our energy levels are crazy.
All over the place.
All over the place. Let's talk first about games played, hobby thoughts over at twitch.tv/Professional Casual Network every Monday, 7 p.m. Look, we are in. First game done of the league, Infinity War League.
Week 1 is over.
And weirdly enough, Tim wasn't even involved.
I wasn't even there.
How does that even happen? If there's ever a time to go check it out, a good game, go check it out because Tim's not a part of it.
I did address that. I was like, hey, everybody, don't be alarmed. Yes, it is neither Tim nor Chuck here.
Right.
But
Tim and Chuck both in masks.
Yeah.
right.
Or
I did
wigs,
say I was Tim in a wig.
There you
At
go.
one
Yeah.
point. Yeah. So
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's super fair.
doing my half squat so I would be shorter than people.
Good call there.
Yeah.
Good call there.
Yeah.
You played Throwlash Gaming himself, Taylor,
I
in the
did.
first inaugural
Yes.
Infinity War League game. How did it go? What did you guys do? What happened? Tell me all about it.
Upon reflection, maybe not a good idea for the first game to be Taylor and me alone because we had no idea what we were doing.
I'm really glad you
With a lot of the
emphasized
things.
why. I appreciate
Right.
that. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
I feel like it went off pretty well overall. But as we stood there kind of looking at each other awkwardly and we were live, I was like, oh, wow, this was maybe not a great, it's like setting two potty trained toddlers loose in a carpeted room. Maybe not a great idea.
That's fair.
It
At
was
least it
fine.
was the back room at Bearded Dragon Games Online, so
Right.
it wasn't like the main room.
Yeah.
And it's like shitty back there,
It's like, not great.
I've already
Like,
defecated back there several
Yeah, the
times.
carpet
Anthony
is
just hasn't
super
found it yet.
stained.
Yeah.
It's super stained.
Yeah.
No, it went super well. So he brought Criminal Syndicate,
Yeah.
I think.
I don't know. I've had a lot of
makes
candy
sense.
that day too.
I feel like it was Criminal
Yeah,
Syndicate.
it probably was.
It was.
and then-
Because it wasn't Wakanda.
Right. Okay.
Right.
I couldn't remember what his other affiliation was. And I took Asgard and I had my Jane Foster Thor model for that game, which was super
Which looked
exciting.
rad as hell.
Oh my gosh. I was so excited. Super, super excited about it. And it went well. I will tell you, you would think we were playing that game on a playground because you've never seen a game swing so hard
Oh,
as that game.
You got me there. I
Oh,
didn't
wow,
know.
yeah.
I just thought it was going to be a terrain joke.
wow. Did you bring
No.
your roster in a shopping cart with an upside down pineapple? Because apparently you're swinging.
Yeah, you would think I had an upside down pineapple because, oh my God, I was at 15 points and he was at like 10 and he beat me.
Oh, wow.
Mhm.
I
Sure did. Yep.
I didn't even know that
Did you run him
happened.
over
I
after?
just assumed you won.
No, Taylor won.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Have we seen Taylor since that game?
So good.
Deceptively thick.
No, you haven't.
No, we haven't. I think
Interesting.
she tends to run people over, as we know.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
if she loses.
Yep.
No, he yelled at us for a while today about Spectrum Internet.
Oh, that's
He's-
Right. That's how you know he's actually living in it.
yeah. When he starts ranting about Spectrum Internet, I tend to
Yeah.
just tap out of that conversation in the chat.
Yeah, he was like, it is 2017 and I don't like Spectrum. Wait a minute, that might have been old messages that you copied and pasted. You can tell from the time that he said it. Remember, it's 2017.
Right.
Allegedly.
Oh, nuts.
We'll never know. You'll never know.
Never know.
No, but it was great. It was so much fun. The thing that really threw me, one of the
Kingpin.
blue card. Kingpin actually didn't throw me at all.
Really?
I don't think so.
That's like his one thing.
I know.
He's an enigma when it comes to this
Green
game.
Goblin worked for him. Oh my God. What a menace that character is.
Did he blow up any buildings?
Blew up buildings. Punisher blew some stuff up.
Yeah.
Which screwed me over because that's just auto 2 damage. No dodge rolls. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
But yeah, Green Goblin kept just like glider flying into me.
Yeah.
Like, what a dick.
On a injured side, right?
Yeah.
Have you can do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the 3 blue ones across were all like teleportation things. So like I had 1 gem left. And if I could have just gotten her far enough away, but I couldn't get her far enough away. So he got her.
Yeah, he is like a surgeon when it comes to Green Goblin sometimes.
Mhm.
Like the way he just sees how Green Goblin works. I'm envious, honestly, because I want to play the way he does, and I just can never get I'm never aggressive enough.
Yep.
Because always
he played Green Goblin like most players would try to play Black Bolt, get him flipped, and then just smash into people.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. And that's actually how you want to play him. Honestly, him playing him in Crime Syndicate is probably smarter because I think you always want to play reserve with your affiliation leader, regardless of whether your affiliation is actually good or not, which in Spider Foes it's not.
Right.
But you also have a ton of bodies when it comes to Crime Syndicate. And in Spider Foes you don't. So when he's like one of your cheapest characters on your team, and you're playing low threat value anyway, what was your threat value?
18.
No, so it was even high for him. Yeah. Carol whacking on everybody.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. Wow.
So it definitely got to where I was in like an unwinnable scenario, but I was like, so turn 5, like I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't get Hello away, and Venom got to her, and she hadn't been flipped yet. So like he didn't table me, but yeah.
Right. But that was just Hella was the last lady standing.
The last one standing.
Ooh. Okay.
Yep. He did a crazy amount of work. And then afterwards, Anthony was like, if you had done, I can't even remember what he said, but he's like, if you had done something with Thor during this one point, then you could have gotten her far enough away that you probably would have scored 3 points with Thor. And then because Thor had 3 gems on them. Yeah.
Okay.
But it was awesome. It was such a fun game. And like, I don't know. It was a good time.
What was your gem? Like, what was your big cool gem thing?
I can't remember which one it was, but it was the one where it was actually perfect, where at the end or at the beginning of a cleanup phase, I got to pick one of his people to count as mine.
Oh.
So I picked Kingpin, who was on a point and had a gem. And because of his affiliation, he counted for 2. Because it was him. So it was Kingpin and Green Goblin on a point. So it's like, all right, I'm contesting, but I count as 2, so I get the point for that.
Wow.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. So that one was pretty dope.
Interesting.
Yep. And Taylor picked the one
I don't know if it would have played out like that, actually, because I don't know if you get the affiliation bonus.
It doesn't specify.
She's not part. Kingpin would. So I was just thinking that exact same thing.
Right.
And I think it would work because she's not controlling Kingpin.
Mhm.
She's counting Kingpin's points as her own.
Yep.
So Kingpin is still
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
like the character
I assumed
counts as
he
being
just
on.
flipped for the turn. Like you don't get to control him, but he counts as being on your team.
Yep.
Therefore, he would no longer be the affiliation. But no, if that's the case, then yeah, I guess so.
And Taylor
Interesting.
took the one where it extends the range of an attack by 1.
Oh, what do you pick for that? It's like one person, one attack, right?
Yes.
Or,
Per turn or per
Oh.
round.
okay.
I think it's per round. I
think
saw
it's
that
per
one
round,
too.
yeah.
It's got to be a space gem one.
Maybe.
I think
Yours
so.
The blue?
And a soul or a
Yes.
mind, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Michael Jordan does show up at one point and just slams
Yep.
on you.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Well,
That's how you get the extra distance. You know, he like at the end of the movie stretches his arm out way out. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, to be fair, I think, he took the gem that was called, was it Come On and Slam and Welcome to the Jam?
Yes.
Or are those 2 separate ones?
No, it's all
Okay.
one. It's a weird title, but
Yeah, with the colon in there.
Correct.
And slam colon and welcome to the
Listen,
jam.
if there's colon slamming, listen, sign me up.
We're all over it.
Right? Any ideas about what you would do differently playing on those 2 Crisis Eye again?
Honestly, I thought that having like a limited pool of tactics cards to choose from would be great.
Yeah.
I hated it because as I'm looking at them, I'm like, these 8 are trash. Like what? And I have 2 that are specifically for A-Force, so I can't even use those. So I have 6 to choose from.
So you only have to eliminate 1.
Right. And I was like, I had in mind, like, all right, these specific cards would work really well. None of those are the ones that I picked. So fuck me, you know? So just better tactics cards. And I probably should have played more aggressively. I kept thinking like, I just got to get the points and I'll beat him with the points. And I was beating him with the points until he took out my whole squad except for Hela. And yeah, then he just scored all the points.
Okay.
But the teleporting thing was if it had just been like a normal set of crises and whatever, I would have beaten him hands down.
Yeah, the Crisis Eye they're pretty wacky.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on.
Yep.
Yeah, the ones, so...
One based around each one of the gems too, right? I believe.
Correct, yes. And at time of release, Dan and I played yesterday.
Yeah.
And, you know, Dan could go frick right off, as far as I'm concerned, with these crises. All right? They were out of control. They were... Actually, so when we were planning it and stuff, he chose, I think, 2 of the worst paired ones for the threat value that we played at, which was 15.
Yeah.
Because he wanted to do the 15 threat Matter of Time, I think it's called, or something like that. And then the other one, which was like Reality something, at 20 threat. And that one needs to be played at 20 threat because there's like 4 objectives and they bounce around and stuff.
Yeah, you can like move those around.
Yeah. And then the other ones, there's only 3 and you pick them up. So it makes sense kind of at a 15.
Right.
But that 20 threat is going to be brutal trying to play. So I'm going to have to, I brought Cabal in small numbers unless I did decide to be dumb and bring MODOK instead. But we'll see.
Well, I mean, and you can, depending on who wins priority there or who won priority, I mean, you get to choose which threat you do. Now, both your roster and Dan's roster are pretty spaced out, or do one of you have a significantly more higher threat characters than the other?
He has... Actually, we might be...
I think it's pretty spaced out.
Pretty spaced out, because like I know he's got Cable on his team, because he's got all of X-Force built in.
Oh, so that's his highest.
Yeah, and then he's got Avengers on the other side with Deadpool and Cable. Does he have Wolverine? I don't remember.
He didn't take Wolverine.
No, he didn't take Wolverine. No. So it was Sabretooth that he took instead. So he's got like Deadpool and Cable carrying over for the Avengers side.
So he's got a lot of he's got a lot of like 4s.
He's got a lot of 4s from what I remember.
Single 5 and no 6s.
No 6s and a couple of 3s. Because he's got Domino and he might have another 3 tucked in there someplace.
So yeah, so either one of you could field a lot of characters.
Right. At time of recording, my thought was Red Skull, Okoye, Killmonger, and then I think I was dropping in MODOK for 15 math. I think was 15.
Yeah.
So that's where I was sitting at. I might drop MODOK out. I don't know. Or drop MODOK and Okoye out and try to fit two more 3s in there with like Taskmaster and maybe the Lockjaw just for movement. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. So
I really like though that the Crises Eyes, they really make for, I don't know, like the teleportation thing screwed me over and like that really sucked. But then the extraction one, I think was a mind gem one maybe, where for every one of those that there were 4 that you could extract, for every one that you had, it reduced a team tactics card for that player by 1 power to 0. Or maybe it still had to be 1.
A minimum of 1 or something.
Maybe I can't remember.
But still, there's some devastating stuff you could do with that.
Super cool. Yep. So I ended up playing, I can't remember which maybe Odin's Blessing. And so out of 2 characters, I only had to use 1 power to play it.
Well, especially things for like Rainbow Bridge or things where like a lot of people could activate. That's got to be pretty solid.
Yeah. Yep. So that was pretty cool. So I like that it's like, I like all of the Crises Eyes that we play add something different to the game. And it's not just like, it doesn't always have to be like, stand in this point and just wait here. Like you can extract things and you can use them, whatever. But these are just cool because they're totally new.
What's Do you have your sights on any particular gem now that you'll be able to take another one for your next game?
The other one, I really want to use the space gem where you can move an objective closer to you.
Ooh.
Or you can move it anywhere, but I'm going to move it closer to me.
Man,
so
that's really good.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I was debating. I chose right before we started playing which one I was going to do. So
Sure. A chaotic style for a chaotic set of crisis.
Yeah.
Says eyes.
For me and Taylor, who are chaotic people.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, like I said, I lost. It was so much fun though. Like he is so fun to play with. And I was so nervous because I was like, he's going to like just mop the floor with me. And then he did in the end. Not really. He won 17-15. Like, I don't think that's crazy.
That's not a runaway. You were 1 point away from also winning.
Right. But it was just like, I don't know. He's just so like, oh, shoot, I should have done this. And I was like, well, you can do it. Like, because he let me go back. There was something that I should have done that like someone in the chat reminded us of. And I was like, oh, shoot. And he's like, well, do it. And I was like, no. And like, we literally had to go back like half a turn. And he's like, all right, so we would move our people back here, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, we don't have to. And he's like, no, do it. Like, this is important. But then when the flip happened and I was like, no, go ahead. He's like, no, it's fine. I was like, but you let me do this. And he's like, no, really, it's okay. It's like, you're so freaking nice.
It's an OG move.
And he's really cute. So, sorry, Dan. Dan knows. Dan knows that Taylor's cute.
Yeah.
Everybody knows.
That said, I had a follow-up. Forgot what it was.
Okay.
Oh, the person that probably reached out to help has got to be Raven's Guard or MC1 Gamer or Wargaming Dad.
Yep. Definitely one of those three.
Yeah. Yep. Also, I think the biggest takeaway from all this is if you're going to go into this league, you have to really study, maybe even run a practice game with these crises because they do not play like what you're used to.
Yeah.
If you're running, the Xavier Protocol season or whatever, right? It plays a lot different. This is not Gamma Shelters anymore, kids. You know what I mean?
Yes. This is not one of the only 2 crises that are in any tournament ever.
Right. Yep. This is not,
I dig that actually
hammers.
A lot.
This ain't hammers no more, boy.
We ain't doing hammers no more.
Right. So, hobby stuff. I'm the only one who actually does stuff. I got some stuff painted up. I got a Luke Cage painted up to look like Mr. T.
Yeah, let's show these bad boys.
Yeah,
actually.
they'll be they'll be over on the channel, which is kind of exciting. Yeah, actually, good point. Yeah, they will be eventually.
No one took these guys in the league, but we have a Mr. T.
Yep, kind of like actually kind of more of a throwback to his more older style. But I did reds.
Put your hand up behind.
Yeah, put your hand behind it. There you go.
That's what all the influencers do. Oh my God, you're so gummy worm drunk.
What?
Why are you so gummy worm drunk?
Huh?
What is happening?
I don't know. How does this work? Can you do this, please?
Good Lord, man.
I think I'm broken.
There we go.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, so I did like some barbed wire for the chain, painted him up. I went classic Mr. T during WrestleMania 1, WrestleMania 2, WrestleMania 1. It was all red.
And this is the one I'm super stoked.
Yeah, so you were like, "Hey, can you make Iron Fist look like a rollerblading 90s rad dude?" And I said, "Hold my beer." And we tried.
Yeah, we got
I love it. Look,
we got the pink crop top.
Yeah.
He's got the rollerblade wheels. He's got the tube socks and the cut off jean shorts. Oh,
there it is.
So good.
It's a thing we painted.
That's exciting.
And then the chimichanga truck, which we did oil wash on and then cleaned it all up.
Came out really good. It says eat dirt on the menu.
It does.
Menu dirt.
Yep.
Dirté. It's French.
Dirté.
There it is. So you are officially caught up.
I'm officially caught up just in time too.
Yeah, God. What, 14 more boxes come out this weekend?
Yeah, because a bunch got delayed. So instead of getting like 3 over here and then 3 a little bit later, no, it's just 12 at once.
Yeah. This week, next week?
I have no idea.
I don't even know. 11th, I think.
Yeah.
But some got pushed back to late July. So I can't even keep up anymore because they are dropping cards like crazy.
Yeah.
Currently. Let's get right into the newsy news of our show, the thing that we talk about on this show, which is when we get cards. Listen, I just work here, man. I don't even know where I'm at. Omega Red's card got officially released.
Mm-hmm.
This is exciting.
It is.
Are you capable of going over it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Watch me read good.
Okay.
So his name's Omega Red.
Yep.
Is his first name really Arkady?
Yeah.
Grigorievich?
Yep.
Rossovich.
Yes.
Ooh.
Wow.
All right.
I mean, look, it was the 80s, man.
Yeah,
Bob Ross is his uncle.
Actually,
you can see why he altered his name.
So he is a 4 threat, 6 health, both sides, small movement, size 3. Big boy with a big base. 3/3/4 for defenses. Nothing out of the ordinary there, but I am a little surprised. I know, Chuck, you were too.
Yeah.
At the 4 mystic defense.
Where is that a lore thing?
It might be a comic thing.
Yeah, I guess I could see maybe you got the Spetsnaz Weapon X program in there reprogramming people's minds, so it's probably like a little tamper-proof. Kind of like Deadpool. Not mentally stable, but pretty resistant to...
It just seems weird because does... And I'll double check as we're talking here, but I don't think any of the other Weapon X program guys have that. I think they're all 3s or for the most part.
Yeah.
So, but keep going.
So his builder is range 3, strength 5. It's carbonadium coils. Standard, he gains power for the amount of damage done, but it also has drain life. After the attack is resolved, if the attack dealt damage, this character removes 1 damage from himself. Pretty solid. You're certainly never going to be a runaway with that, but it's good. It's solid. Like, it's really good.
Yeah.
Nothing extra or special or whatnot. And the healing is capped, which I think is a super good balance move.
I agree.
Makes him a little bit less swingy. But his Spender's Red Terror, once again, range 3, strength 7, 4 power cost. You do get to pick whether this is going to be physical or energy. And on a wild, it absorbs essence, which you can change one of the defending characters' crits, wilds, or blocks to a skull. And then this character gains 1 for each die changed in this way.
Don't want to use this against Scarlet Witch.
No, you do not.
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
Don't want to use this against anybody with a reality gem.
Correct.
But kind of dope that you get energy off their stuff.
Yep.
Right?
It can only be 1.
The defending character. No, I guess that doesn't actually apply. Never mind. It doesn't apply because it's defense rolls, not attack rolls. I was joking. Never mind.
For who?
For both.
For Scarlet Witch?
Yeah. She doesn't get defenses off skulls, does she? That was only attacks. I thought she was super attacking.
Everything.
Oh, so she's all well balanced around and you've been lying to me the whole time?
Yep.
Okay. That's what I thought.
So, but super solid. Range 3 all around. His first active is called Death Factor. This character and enemy characters within range 2 of it with the poison special condition suffer 2 damage in the order of your choosing. So if you use this and for some reason you want to kill yourself before you kill your enemies.
You won't. He's immune to poison.
So the way I read it is this character, End Thought, and enemy characters that are within range 2 with the poison special condition suffer 2.
Yeah, the way that it's written, it's 2 separate clauses.
Yep.
So I don't read it that way. I just read that this character and enemy characters within range 2 of with the okay. I guess
within 2 of it with the poison special condition.
They probably should just like drop an FAQ when they drop the character just to specify that yes, he would get injured because there is an argument for debate.
Right.
Yeah.
Because people like me are dumb and don't know how to read.
Well, it's similar to, it's so weird that they didn't make that one super clear by adding a bunch of extra clunky language, but they did do it in Absorb Essence,
right?
Where they say this character gains 1 power for each die changed in this way, even though the maximum of that could only ever be 1, to make sure that you know if you roll the wild but do not change one of their dice, you do not gain a power.
So would that be, what if he rolls multiple wilds on Red Terror? Would he change a die for...
Yeah, because I think it's Sabretooth that it specifically says for each.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's the SAP rule normally that says it.
Okay.
That for each wild or for each one, you yoink a power or whatever from it. But so death factor costs 2. I'm super excited about this. I mean, granted, half the game's immune to poison, including himself and all of the Inhumans and a whole bunch of other people. But I'm excited to see that come into play.
It's super cool, but yeah, the people where it needs to be the most effective against are all immune to poison,
Yep.
which is usually the thing. It would be kind of cool to see him have a tactics card tucked in there that says, I don't know how the wording would work, but like, even if you're immune to poison until the end of your activation, you count as being poisoned, which I think would be super dope.
Yeah. His second active is Ensnare. Push an enemy character within range 4 in this character's line of sight towards this character medium. A character can only be pushed by the superpower once per turn. So I'm super excited about this because of his Death Spores innate, where enemy characters that end their activation within range 2 of this character gain the poison special condition. Additionally, at the end of this character's activation, enemy characters within range 2 of it gain the poison special condition as well. Because Ensnare can be used multiple times per turn, but only once per target, the potential of this gentleman being able to get a bunch of power on him and then being able to pull in multiple people to get that poison on there at the end of his activation is super rad.
Yeah.
Especially, not that this would be worth it in any way, shape, or form, but running a list where you can double activate Omega Red to be able to pull a bunch of people in, get them poisoned, do that damage, and then be red terroring around or something as well, could be super cool. He also has an invulnerability with Carbonadium Armor. He reduces all damage from enemy effects to 1, or by 1 to a minimum of 1. And then his last innate is he's immune to poison. No switches, no changes between the healthy and injured side. But all around a super solid 4.
Yeah.
I really like him.
Yeah.
I like him more than I like Venom. Now, I know that they filled different roles, and maybe it's just new shiny syndrome, and it's like, oh, I really like, and I've always liked Omega Red anyway. I don't love Venom like others love Venom.
Fair.
Yeah.
Which apparently, did you know Venom is one of the most sold models?
I'd imagine.
Yeah, and like somebody did a research poll or something like that like Venom is one of the main reasons why people got into Marvel Crisis Protocol.
Okay.
They're like, I didn't care about this game until Venom came out.
Yeah.
Which is weird. I don't know.
It is weird because Venom wasn't on there.
Right.
They just changed all the MODOK votes to
right.
Venom because MODOK is obviously
the reason why
that got everyone into the game.
Yeah.
That's what got me in.
MODOK, MODOK is literally my favorite character in this game.
Super fair.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
Yep.
Because I never play him, but I fucking love him so much. I love this character. I love what he does. The doing damage to yourself seems kind of goofy.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like you have to.
Although I guess
it's some kind of drawback to doing it, but
right.
Then you just do the drain life on your builder and heal yourself one.
I guess that is like a weird. I guess it's weird that they did build in some type of defect when we just saw 3 characters that needed defects built in because they were so high efficiency for their points. And it's like, oh, because he's a 4, so he does get that defect put in there. It's weird. But I guess you're right, because then you can just do drain life. I really like him. I don't know. Yeah. I see me running him a lot. Where do you think he's going to fit in affiliation wise?
I think he fits in a lot of places. I think because he's range 3, he is only physical, but his Red Terror can target energy defense as well. I think he's solid all around. You're never going to be building a list around him. You know what I mean? He's not, unless he has some just absolute bomber tactics cards, which lets him do all sorts of wacky stuff. I certainly see him as one of those. Do I bring 2 2s or do I bring a 4?
Right.
I think he's a solid choice for that. He's slow, but he's got range. He's got enough going on. He's got a little bit of battlefield control, and he's pretty tanky. 6 and 6 with the ability to heal and invulnerability.
I really like him in Avengers.
My God,
Steve Rogers Avengers. I really like him.
Yep.
I think he's really good there. Making Death Factor and Ensnare both 1 is super dope. And we'll talk about it more towards the end, but I have some thoughts about the new Sam Falcon and where he actually fits now. Just don't let me forget.
I
But
think he fits in with that too, because he's a slow character. You do kind of want him in the thick of it a little bit, being able to pull people off of targets or towards him.
I think his slow movement, even though he's on a big base, is a nice balance to the fact that he can pull people. I mean, range 4 is no joke.
No,
it's pretty good, especially if you give him a movement action.
Yeah.
Or do something that moves him, right? Like being able to, even little things, like being able to have Sam drop him, right? And look at, I think Sam's going to get a lot of work just being able to drop off light. But yeah, I really like this character. I probably am going to run him a lot. He's probably going to be in Brotherhood, I would think.
Yeah, just because there's so few places to actually put him in.
Right. Yeah. He's going to be in Cabal.
Mm-hmm.
I actually kind of like him in Cabal too. Yeah. In either of the Cabals. Red Skulls or Sins. I think he'll be great.
Yeah, actually, I think he works really good in Sins, who's going to be moving people and getting people off of objective points anyway. If he's furthering that, and holy shit, you throw in some of the other movement stuff that's coming down the pipe.
Yep.
I mean, you have a real contender for a massive annoyance.
Yeah, I kind of like him paired up with Jean.
Yeah,
being able to just kind of he might actually work really well in Storm's X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
At a 4 threat, do you take him over? Maybe you take him over Wolverine, but that's tough.
That's a tough call.
Yeah. And especially if you're trying to do a movement shenanigan list, you have to have Cyclops in there. Mm-hmm. So like if you take Cyclops out, then doesn't really work anymore. But
I will say on the card on his healthy side, I am really skeeved out by the area where the tentacle comes out of his wrists. I don't like looking at it at all. It really bothers me.
I'm not sold on that artwork. I don't know why. Because
he's got literally forearms.
Well, he's he's like super jacked up. It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I like this character. Any other thoughts before we hop off here?
No, I think the difference between him and Venom is just going to be a personal preference.
Yeah.
And like what affiliation you're running. Like Taylor's always going to take Venom because he loves Venom.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if you don't have love for the character.
Venom has clear weaknesses though. And Omega Red does not.
Yeah.
No.
You can't just be like, oh, he's only got 2 energy defense. I'll just blast him from afar and then I'm done.
Sure.
But Venom can heal a lot more, a lot quicker.
Right. Also, looking it up, Deadpool has a Mystic defense of 4.
I don't know.
No, that's what I said. I looked it up. Yeah, he does. Sense. Wolverine has a Mystic defense of 2. Sabretooth has a Mystic defense of 3. Go figure.
Makes sense with Wolverine, who regularly, steals people's motorcycles, even though they're his friends.
Yeah.
So
constantly gets gaslit.
Yeah.
Yep. Makes sense. Other news that we got this week. Tim, what was it?
So on some of the online communities.
Yes.
Someone took a picture of the Cassandra Nova card.
Yes, they did. It got leaked on the unofficial Facebook group.
Yeah.
Shout out to, I don't remember who it was now. I had the name right there on the tip of my tongue.
Shaggy 2 Dope.
Yeah, absolutely. It was Shaggy 2 Dope. Yep. But it was up there, and because it was the unofficial, I don't know if it got pulled off yet. I'm going to assume not because it was the unofficial. But we literally I think all screen grabbed them as quickly as possible and sent them to the group chat.
Yep. Yeah.
And then they got passed around various Discords. I saw them in various Discords. Mm-hmm. In fact, that's where I had originally seen it. And then someone told me, oh yeah, that's already up in the unofficial Facebook group. And I was like, oh, okay. So it got passed around a lot. Let's talk about her. Cause I kind of am digging bald chicks.
Yeah.
And I love a gilf, as we all know.
Her legs are literally twice the height of her torso, which honestly impressive.
Yeah. She's exactly what ZZ Top writes about.
Oh, yeah.
She's
a
got
short
legs.
skirt and a long jacket.
Nope, that is cake.
Oh, cherry pie.
So 7 stamina, pretty solid. Movement medium, size 2, 5 threat.
Yeah, I think that's kind of where we pegged her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think that there's much of a power creep with Omega Red. Like, I think he's solid in comparison to like Venom and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'd love to get your opinions on her when we're done here. Physical defense 2, energy 3, psychic defense 4.
Yeah.
Or mystic defense 4. I've been playing a lot of Pokemon. Sorry.
Bug resistant.
Yes, immune to fire. So not the best on defenses.
No, that
as if she is an old lady who's going to get her ass whooped.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I am a little surprised in comparison to who she's paired with in Jean Grey that her mystic defense is not a 5. As well as Jean's.
Yeah.
But okay.
You lose a little bit of your telepathy being able to have legs that work.
Yeah, there's got to be some kind of trade-off there.
Mm-hmm.
And those legs are really long.
To her-
so like
does her-
Which is why she's medium movement and not
Right.
short.
Sure. Makes sense. She has a psionic bolt, of course, range 4, strength 5. It's her builder and it has sap on a wild.
It's Jean's psionic bolt.
Yeah, it's essentially this, I think it's almost
and
all,
MODOK's psionic bolt.
No, his is a 6.
His is a 6.
Yep. But he's also MODOK.
That's true.
You know?
Yep.
Mind possession, range 3. It only costs 1 to use it. Strength 6. After the attack is resolved, you may advance this character its target speed.
Yeah.
It's literally what is the card that what's her nuts has? Deception. It's literally deception built into an attack.
Yeah. For 1 power.
For 1 power. That is
crazy.
terrifying.
Yeah. That's awesome. I love it.
Yep. I love the idea of using that to get people off of objectives and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Love it.
Yep. And then what might be the most terrifying thing I've ever read, flesh manipulation.
Yeah.
Range 2, strength 8, energy 4. Wild explodes. So anybody within range 2 of this character are pushed away, short, and push characters suffer 1 damage.
Yep.
Which is 1 strength less than what we saw on Jean.
Yep.
It's strength 8 versus strength 9, but same range.
Mm-hmm. No, that's shorter, is it not?
I'm pretty sure hers was a 4 as well.
That's range 2.
Manipulation is range.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. I was looking at the power. My apologies. Yep, you're right. Because she's literally reaching out and like touching your face and like phasing through it or whatever,
Yeah,
right?
similar to how the art on the Omega Red card freaked Tim out. Just reading flesh manipulation
Yeah.
from this old ass lady freaking me out.
And in the comics, they always spend a lot of time on it. Like, what's the difference between biokinesis and telekinesis? There really isn't much outside of she literally controls body parts.
Your body.
Right.
So, like, she can move things around and make tumors and make herself be a tumor, or, you know, it's she's a fun person at parties.
What you don't know, what she actually does is because she's an old lady, she has old lady skin and she just kind of flicks it at you and it sticks to you and just gets in there. Yeah. It's just soft and veiny.
You could be 18 years old, 22, 32.
Yep.
But she'll make sure with her biokinesis that you still get that old lady white stuff in the corners of your mouth after you eat a turkey sandwich.
Absolutely.
Crusty.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of biokinesis, choose an enemy character within range 3. It gains the root and slow special condition.
Yeah.
She literally ages you.
Yep.
Yeah.
For only 3.
Yeah,
Free
for
power.
only 3. I really like that. I can't wait for when Vulture comes out and that he gets that just built into an attack. You know what I mean? Because like essentially that with a he gets like a health regeneration or something like that.
So the super cool thing about Vulture, because this was spoiled a little bit, or it's a joke, he actually has an AARP card where it costs him 10% less power.
Yeah.
If he uses a tactics card before 4 p.m.
Okay.
Wow.
So
Wow.
kind of adding a whole new layer of time played
Sure.
to the game, which is exciting.
Imagine the savings.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
You'd be
And-
foolish not to take advantage of that. I'm sorry.
And he can select tactics cards from the special senior citizens menu.
Oh, wow.
I'm always so jealous of that. And
Right.
they're like
Half portions.
proper
for half the
portions,
price.
though.
Yes.
Proper portions,
Yep.
you know?
Right.
I only want half a sandwich and some soup.
Remember last
Right.
week when you yelled at me about how long it was taking to get through this card read? You remember
Nope, no.
Oh, yeah, 'cause you
I'm
did.
food drunk.
that? Yeah, sure you are. Psychic
I'm
distraction.
full, as we've seen.
Yes,
Not drunk, I'm full.
you're full. You don't. Well, sometimes you do drink on this show, but you don't drink on the other show.
I've never drunken on this show.
Oh, so this is now the most professional show on the planet, or on the network?
Yep.
On the planet.
Yeah, probably on the
say it.
planet.
Yeah. Psychic distraction, which is what we're doing right now.
Hold on. Before we move on from
it's
biokinesis,
2 energy.
it's biokinesis is 3 power,
Yeah.
which initially I thought was overcosted. to put slowed and root on somebody.
Really?
But it is range 3.
Mm-hmm.
I'd prefer it to be 2. But
okay,
you'd still use it.
Would you have rather have seen it just still 3 power range 2 or range 2 power 2?
I mean, range 2 powers 2 is nice, but I've come around on it where I think 3 is adequate. That wasn't my initial reaction.
Right.
I am actually surprised it's range 3. I guess abilities do sometimes either are like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
For the most part. With things like this, but just being able to just slap a root and a slow on somebody is just nowadays super brutal.
Mm-hmm.
That hurts spider or web warriors insanely. That hurts A-Force to an extent. Putting any conditions on She-Hulk is great.
I mean, honestly, it hurts Omega Red. He's already slow, and maybe that's part of it. Is I'm not particularly scared of slow at all.
Right.
But when I see Root, especially if you combine Root with, say, a Loki on your team, so they're paying Loki tax and Root to be able to activate things like throws or extra movements or being able to pick up stuff from farther away and stuff like that. All right. Yeah, I think Root's pretty solid.
I think because we just didn't see Root for so long because it was only on Groot for the longest time that we were just like, yeah, I'm not worried about it because nobody brings Groot,
right?
You know, and even then, there are so many other things worth doing with him, mainly just bodyguarding for Rocket the whole time.
Yeah,
that like you maybe get one Root a turn, you know what I mean? But now we've seen how effective it is with Scarlet Witch to put a Root on people. Mm-hmm. We've seen it with Sinister because now he can throw a Root on people.
Well, and I think actually Root, I guess the undervalued thing that I never really considered before was how great Root is on characters that have 0 cost powers.
Yeah.
So especially Sinister, who it costs 0 to be able to use his genetic tokens or whatever to be able to reduce damage and stuff. Now changing that from 0 to every time he does that, it costs him 1.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, that can actually be super fucking debilitating.
Yeah. Or even making something that's a 2 energy now a 3 is super debilitating because you can kind of plan for a 2. It's hard to plan for a 3 energy.
It is.
And typically, if you have a character who has superpowers that don't cost any power, they don't typically have the greatest builders. So you're not counting on having to have that power to be able to access those. So yeah, if that happens and you weren't planning on it, you're kind of screwed.
Or if it's an X to do this, or because I very specifically powers that cost 1 or 0, unless they are specifically limited to being only able to be used once per turn, are stuff that you're going to be using consistently, or like with Sinister, where you're going to be using it multiple times in the same action. Mm-hmm. And those, I think, are the places that Root really kind of gets in the way.
Right. Psychic Distraction. When an enemy character ends a movement within range 3 of this character may use the superpower. Roll 4 dice. The enemy character suffers 1 damage for each critical or wild roll. If this superpower deals at least 1 damage, this character may advance small. I like that she's getting more movement shenanigans.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's just a little bit there, but I like it. I like that she's dealing damage on your turn, which I think is super awesome.
And being able to get away from you too.
Right.
I mean, this is booby trap on steroids.
Mm-hmm. Booby trap on steroids.
And more cheaper. Booby traps is 3.
Yeah. And more importantly, this would also apply to mind possession because it just says after an enemy character ends a movement, she's now forced you to move towards her. Then you can pop this for 2.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't say it has to be on their turn. It just has to be enemy character.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So you're saying like mind possessioning someone closer to you.
Yeah. And then causing additional damage. Makes
a solid disengage.
Yeah, it makes a solid disengage. It makes Omega Red really good. It makes Venom really good. They can pull them into her, things like that. I see me trying to set up Psychic Distraction constantly.
Yeah.
It's really, really good. And then Telekinetic Deflection. If this character would suffer a collision, it may use the superpower. This character does not suffer damage from the collision.
That's awesome.
It is the anti-Tim maneuver. I absolutely love it. It's only 2 power. I think and this is where my power creep argument might come in. It's only 2 power.
Yeah.
She does, granted, her builder's not great, But with that low defense and the fact that she has 7 stamina on this side, go again. I want you to beat this woman in the face. I want you to have to call, the people you have to call when you have elderly abuse problems.
Yeah. Yep.
Ghostbusters.
Yep.
Definitely.
Because man, punch her once, punch her twice. Let me get a little bit of more energy on her. Yeah, I think she becomes a character you need to ignore, which is terrifying because she's going to make it so you can't ignore her because she is going to mind possession you because she is going to teleconnect or psychic distraction on you. You know?
Yeah.
And then even to make it even better, telepathic cloak. You must be within range 3 to target this character with attacks. She essentially has stealth. Dumb. Oh, I'm sorry. She has flight and healing factor 1.
But
Yeah.
there's more.
Why does she have healing factor 1?
Because she manipulates
Oh, her body.
anyone's body.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
Yada, 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 yada.
Thank you. I was thinking it.
So I guess that makes sense. So at the end of the turn, she's just healing a damage.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet. Pretty dope. Also means that she can do exceptional healing as well.
It does.
Yep. Which is awkward.
Yep.
Cool. I like it.
Yeah.
I wonder if with so many characters, granted, it only applies to 1.
Yeah.
I get that. But with so many characters coming out, that card is going to get taken a lot.
Yeah.
I wonder if we'll see it get thrown on the restricted list at some point. Just because there's so many characters.
No, I don't, because there's so many other cards like that. Like you have Odin's Blessing, and that's, I guess, something that we certainly haven't seen not a lot of is...
But it only applies to Asgard.
Yeah.
Right. Like it's an Asgard specific card.
Right. And this only applies to people with healing factor.
Yeah, but that's...
Similarly limited.
Yes and no. I will say that, yes, it is limited in that it only applies to healing factor, but you will over time have more characters with healing factor than you are going to have Asgards.
Maybe.
No, I think that's a fair argument.
No, it probably is.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I'll fight you right now. I don't care.
I mean, they could add, other characters with healing factor, but what about Kid Loki? What about Dog Loki? What about Frog Thor? What about Spider Thor? What about
Crocodile Loki.
Crocodile Loki? Old Guy Loki.
Old Black Thor.
Old Black Thor.
Yep.
Angela 2. The list goes on.
It's not a
The
character.
Andrew Reckoning.
Yep.
Yep.
Ragnarok.
Okay.
Suitor.
Sure.
Are
we done?
Heimdall.
So I was actually thinking canonically who they could include to expand Asgard at all. And Heimdall they could include.
Yeah. A Heimdall and Sif box.
Okay, yeah. Lady
Yeah,
Sif and
we'll
the
probably
Warriors
get a
3.
5-threat Odin at some point, I'm
Odin
sure.
would be dope as
Yeah.
hell.
It'd be terrifying.
I want senile Thor Ragnarok wandering around the city half naked Odin though.
Yep. Yeah.
And the guy that's Keith Urban played in Thor Ragnarok.
Oh yeah.
With
I
the
got him
guns.
from Texas.
Yeah.
The guy with all the stuff,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's like his whole thing.
Yeah.
I can
Billy Butcher.
never make him look like Keith Urban
Yeah.
in my head, because he's bald and stuff,
Right.
and
Yeah.
has the
He doesn't
tattoos.
play country music.
Right.
Yes.
But
Accurate.
I don't think she's a sign of power creep.
So and the only other thing is when she flips, she goes down a stamina on the other side.
Yep.
I think she's an overly efficient 5. I think she is absolutely obnoxious of a character.
Yeah, fair.
I think maybe because her physical defense is only 2. But
I think that brings her.
Yes.
but
kind of
again,
down.
I'm okay with it because I want you to hit her because I want to get energy on her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the thing. She kind of has that Hulk weakness though, where she's not a banger without power on her. Like to actually deal some real damage outside of just fucking with people, you have to be within range 2.
Yep.
I mean, but
and that's not really where I want her ever.
No, I was thinking I would much rather have her be more ranged, go with Psionic Bolt, But yeah, to do anything.
I don't know. I think
I want her at max range, sapping people, booby trapping, and moving people around.
Mm-hmm.
And when she does get chipped, then she has the healing factor. But yeah, I'm kiting with her.
I think we're undervaluing mind possession a little bit. I mean, it is strength 6 mystic, and the move happens whether damage is dealt or not.
No, I get that.
That's that's stronger than I guess I realized in my brain.
Like MODOK's builder is good. You know what I mean? This costs instead of builds, but like it's not the make or break thing that makes MODOK good. Like it is good.
I think. Well, wrong. I think it's
just she's not
for one energy. For one energy,
13 and throwing tokens to do 13 dice or re-rolling stuff. I mean, she's solid.
Well, we also don't
damage.
We do know the cards that came in this box, but when you combine a situation where she has a one energy and then a 2 energy, yeah, I guess you're gonna have to ignore her.
Yes.
Yeah. You're going to have to ignore her until you just need to gang up on her one turn to keep her from activating.
Mm-hmm.
Is your best bet. But even then, like she's throwing slow and root on you possibly. I mean,
once
it
again,
is
I mean, she's
3
power hungry.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is I think that you ignore her. You don't want power on her.
Or
sap if she can.
Or you get a tank on her. She's got 2 physical defense.
Yeah.
7 stamina. Like you could daze her in 1 round.
Oh yeah.
Easily.
Especially someone with a charge that's going to get right up there and get the attack immediately.
That's probably how I would handle it. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Someone nearly half her threat could just be up there and tank her face off with 2 steel rushes.
Right. Very fair. And she has healing factor.
Right. It doesn't matter if you're just dazed in 1 round.
Yeah.
She's not immune to poison. She's pretty much garbage.
Fair. Super fair, actually.
You know who doesn't care about stealth? Omega Red with 2 range 3 attacks. Both physical.
Yeah, fair. I think she's super brutal. I think she's a strong fight.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But I would take Scarlet Witch over any day of the week.
Yeah, but you will take Scarlet Witch over every day of the week because you take Scarlet Witch every day of the week.
Yeah.
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 Like there's 9 other characters that you could possibly choose from.
There's 9 other characters in this game?
Right. Yeah.
Shit.
So who do you think what affiliation would she be?
It is so hard to not just say Captain America Avengers every time just because I see a bunch of superpowers I want to use often.
Right.
So I want that discount.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she works.
But then you have to take Avengers. You know what I mean?
Right. I think she works okay in Red Skull Cabal because once again, she's power hungry. In Humans and A-Force. Really anything where you can funnel power to her so she can constantly be doing her bullshit. Because at the end of the day, that's what I want to do. I want to be, hey, it's me. I'm Tim. And I'm back on my bullshit.
Yep.
And that's all I want to do with her. How about you?
I don't know, because I know canonically with the comics, like, she's not good. So, like, Brotherhood would be a stretch.
Oh, as far as the affiliation she'll actually be on? I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, that's okay. I think that you're exactly right, where you should put her in an affiliation like A-Force, where you can put a ton of power on her. I think that makes the most sense strategically. Or, like you said, Avengers, where it costs less to do anything you want to do.
But yeah, I think Brotherhood and maybe Cabal.
Yeah.
And that's it. I think it's a stretch to put her anywhere else.
Yeah.
A-Force, just because she's a lady.
Wow, that's pretty misogynistic of you. But
man,
you Dan. I'm sorry, that was me. I like her. I kind of like her in Humans. I mean, she's a 5 threat, but I kind of like her in there.
But do you think she'd be in any other affiliations outside of Brotherhood or Cabal?
Oh, like officially?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I don't even know if she's going to be in Brotherhood, and we thought Sinister was, and he wasn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She'll probably be in Cabal. That's about it. Maybe they throw her, like, get weird with it, and they put her on X-Men. It's like, here you go. Here's
Xavier. And Xavier.
Yeah.
A bald Xavier.
Yep.
Like,
I don't know what else you want.
Same last name. Right? You know what I mean?
This one can walk.
Y'all are going to put her in a wheelchair anyway. So.
Right.
What's the over under, and how long do you think until somebody puts her in a wheelchair?
Oh, like 3 seconds?
Yeah.
Literally, I'm surprised we haven't seen pictures of it already.
Accurate.
I'm on her on a skateboard. Dunking a basketball.
Nope. I'm done. I'm done doing those stupid things. Make me do them.
What if she's dunking a Deadpool head?
Oh, that's kind of
Can you
rad.
can you
That's
stop giving
rad.
me ideas?
It's such a good idea.
Oh my God, that is a good idea.
Yeah,
As a
yeah.
person who does not assemble or paint,
Yeah,
I think this is a great
Thanks
idea.
for that.
No, I want to do her as Dr. Robotnik and turn that orange scarf into a big orange mustache. And those little beady glasses.
Okay.
She's got the legs for it.
Yep.
I hate this. I really hate this. So Sam Wilson,
Yeah.
Captain America.
Nelson.
Yes, Sam Wilson.
Similar sum.
Where I kind of want to talk about this because I've been looking at him a lot lately because I don't actually have a Rogers currently. I actually got a 3D printed one. He's a different pose. I like him a lot better. So eventually I'll get him painted up.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, cool. Where do I see him fit in? Because I I was thinking about it the other day. So I posed the question, do you think, and those listening at home, comment below. Do you think Sam Wilson revitalizes Steve Rogers' affiliation bonus in Avengers? And here's why I say that. His charge is 2 energy. His airlift is 2 energy. His vibranium shield is 2 energy.
Are you saying that you feel that Sam Wilson being on the table promotes people using Steve Rogers as the affiliation leader?
Correct.
Yeah, I don't think that's super tempting.
I think if you're building a roster, you go Avengers affiliation and then maybe plan it out from there. But the fact that he can airlift for 1 makes your semi not terribly mobile army really. I mean, Sam's doing a ton of work, much like in the actual MCU and comic books. Sam's doing a ton of work for Captain America here.
Yeah.
But like that, having a 1 energy charge, especially with who he is, you know what I mean? If you can load up that Red Wing Assault, is super good.
Yeah.
It's super dope. I really like it. Or doing a shield throw, getting him in range or out of range. It just says he immediately makes a move action. We always just assume it's forward. Maybe he charges back.
Yeah.
And gets himself out of danger and then throws a shield.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That vibranium shield for 1 is pretty dope. I was kind of thinking back and looking, I go, I think a lot of people will like him when he first comes out because of his affiliation bonus. People want to try it. Dan's going to lose his mind because he gets to be the first one to use it and stuff like that on the channel. But the fact that he everything costs 1 for him is super interesting.
Yeah,
I
that's
really
awesome.
like that. Kind of makes me want to get my Steve Rogers painted up now. So I can, when Sam Wilson comes out and then 6 months later, I can finally play him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would try to find a 3D printed John Walker buffalo punching with that shield. You know, that dude in the center square. I think that's the way to go.
It's funny that you bring that up.
Is there one?
Yeah.
Is there really?
Yeah.
Is that the one you got?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Yep. It's on its way. Yeah. I had to reorder it because I got 2. I got one where it's just Steve Rogers just doing this like stance.
Yeah.
And then I found another one where it's the US soldier doing the shield pose up. Yep. Shout out to, I'll plug them because they actually are really solid. They have a ton of Star Wars Legion stuff too. If you play Star Wars Legion, sorry, keep talking amongst yourselves whilst I look up their group. Goozy Gaming, GOOTZY.
Because you gotta.
Yeah.
Gootsy.
Gaming, all one word on Etsy.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is baller as fuck.
Yeah, it's super dope. I'm pretty excited about it. Not gonna lie. But anyway, anything else? Wish list, guys.
Yeah, absolutely a new wish list.
Yeah.
Sylvie from the Loki show.
Oh yeah, that would
You
be
know?
fun.
Spoilers, bro.
Nobody knows who she is. The cat.
All right.
The cat from the Loki show named
I'm like 2
Sylvie.
episodes behind,
Meow.
so I don't know what's going
There've
on.
only been
Yeah.
4, so
Yeah, I fell asleep through second episode.
Owen Wilson's character on a jet ski would be super rad.
that would be awesome. I love Owen Wilson's character. I just love Owen Wilson. Not really. I find him moderately annoying.
Yeah.
But I did see a tweet that was like, imagine having sex with Owen Wilson and he just whispers in your ear, ka-chow. Ka-chow.
We watch so much Cars in our house currently.
Seriously, yep. This is obsessed.
Oh, yeah.
Ka-chow.
Ka-chow. I thought it was going to be a wow.
Wow.
They did release that he was not going to say it.
Yeah, they made it official that he's not going to say wow.
Yeah, it's
in
dumb.
Loki, which
How
is a shame.
disappointing. Right? There have been so many moments when he could have said it.
Right?
Missed opportunities.
Accurate.
I mean, just a reaction of him being like, wow, I don't get to say wow in this.
Right?
Would be-
Wow.
Anything else?
I don't think so. This was delightful. I'm excited for this league. I can't wait to see the other games
Yeah.
that go on.
Yeah,
You're
Dan and I are playing as of yesterday.
Uh-huh.
And then who's the following week? I forget.
Me and Taylor.
Gross.
Yes.
That is not going to be
That's
fun
gonna
for
be
you.
fun.
But
I'm
Yeah.
excited. I like Taylor.
Oh, he's the best. I just want to snuggle him.
it's weird.
Just want to smell his hair. You know what I mean?
Now that it's growing back
Yeah.
and he got that thing removed from his head.
Yeah. I just feel like his head smells like baby head and
Yeah.
like it's a great smell.
Yeah.
Like it smells just vaguely of like suntan lotion because like they were outside during the day. And
Right.
oh, you
Yep.
smell like summer.
Yep. Oh, he's cute.
And wheat beer.
Wheat.
Like a wit.
A witta. Wit.
Why would
Is
he
it
smell
Widow?
like wheat beer?
I don't know.
I feel
Are we
like I've
still
always said it wrong.
recording?
Oh yeah,
What?
absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Who?
Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Scotty, Wes, Zach,
MC1.
Mitch, MC1
Yeah.
Gamer. Mitch is MC1 Gamer. We found out. I went and read the YouTube comments despite you telling me not to
And
then you told me
they're normally pretty
to
good.
do it.
Oh, we got.
Oh man, we aren't done. We forgot.
We forgot a couple things that we did wrong.
Yeah.
Still.
Do you want to
Oh,
go ahead
right.
and play the thing?
Yeah, I will. It's on a different thing, but like I'll get there.
All right.
I went past it.
I believe in you. Sorry, we are so sorry. Please accept our apologies. Yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, not only we cheated a bunch. I cheated a bunch in the Magneto Ultimate Encounter. We found out some more things. In the box that we got does not have the crisis threat card at all. Apparently there's a tip card that says, hey, when they destroy the debris piles, you can put them back on. So it changes up pretty much everything we said last time about how it's a super static game where you can never and you should never drive the nuke up the dead center. You can, because you can put new debris piles on the magnetic suppressor things. It just costs a little bit of your debris track. And there was a couple other things too. But yeah, there's a lot more there going on.
Where was that card?
Not in the box.
Interesting.
Yep.
Sounds like sabotage.
Sounds like sabotage.
So it's not totally our fault.
It's the one dude that downvotes all of these videos each week. He's the one that took it out of there.
Is it?
It's probably Dallas Kemp.
Yeah.
What a
Probably not
trickster.
only downvotes our things
What a monster.
because he wants us to grow and be better. It's like tough love.
Yep.
Right.
He also wanted to make sure that we couldn't play the game correctly because he's like, this way, when they don't play the game correctly, because they never will,
Right.
it'll be because they don't have the card. Which is why, once again, thank you, Dallas Kemp.
Thank you, Dallas Kemp.
Yeah.
You're an angel.
Cool.
For real, though, bye.
Bye.
Bye.